one.
Hello, everybody. I'm going to go over the 1 hour technology workshop that we were required to do. I'm going to go over the rubric here and talk about the components that I created for my workshop. The workshop that I decided to do was on Google Forms and how to create an assessment, and then how to grade the assessment using Sheets and the extension Flubaroo. The first part of the rubric talked about 3 or more handouts, so I'll show you those. The online instructional component that extends the learning, and as well it recaps it. And I'm going to talk about my lesson plan and my YouTube video that I'm creating right now, the agenda and the flyers, and then my workshop evaluation instrument with Gusky's levels, and then also the workshop evaluation data and the narrative. I'm going to talk about all of those things. So I'm going to start by going and showing you my, this was my promotional flyer when I wanted to get my staff interested. I sent this via email and also printed copies and put their boxes. And then for the, once the actual workshop happened, of course, here's the agenda. And then my 3 handouts that I gave them. The first one I gave them was about how to use Google Forms, and it was a Google Forms cheat sheet. And this is a great resource for them to know where all the Google Forms buttons are, and what all they do. The next handout that I gave them was the how to create an assessment in Google Forms. And what I did was I created this using screenshots and how step-by-step instructions on how to make questions and how to use the different questions, and talked about the different types of assessments you can create with Google Forms. And then the next handout I gave them was something I created for how to install Flubaroo, and step-by-step instructions on how to use your form and then use Sheets and grade it, and how to install Flubaroo. And then it gave examples also of what the reports look like when you give them to the children. And then the next thing was my lesson plan. We were required to do a lesson plan. So here's my workshop lesson plan with the learning objectives and the materials, the standards that were covered, and the handouts are all linked on there as well. And then the evaluation form. I used Gusky's level to create this evaluation form. And after the workshop, my participants filled it out. And here's the raw data, which is the results. And then what I did for my narrative for the results is I actually used Google's pie charts for the results. And I wrote up put in each question one by one, and with the results. And then at the bottom talked about the follow-up plans that were needed. And finally, the instructional component, the online portion, is I created a website. And on this website, I included my agendas in the first page, and then forms to extend the learning. I used links to YouTube videos and Flubaroo as well, a link to a YouTube video, and then the evaluation instrument and then additional support. If I'll click right here real quick and show you. Tends to slow the camera down, so I saved this for the end. So here's my links, and then my video as well for people who are relatively new to Forms, and then my Forms cheat sheet. And then my Flubaroo page also, like I said, has my handout as well, and it has a link to a video that the participants can go back and review on how to do this. And then my evaluation instrument, and the last page is with my email in case anybody has any questions. All right, that should cover all of the rubric requirements, and I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you so much.